What's good with the YouTube? Y'all already know Big Flocka with a convict's perspective, where I smash, dash, and slide on through. That little bit of energy. What's cracking, people? Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help support this channel, as well as hit that bell notification for future fire content. So as you guys know, man, I've been sick. I'm still not feeling good, man. It's been hell. But I'm not expecting no sympathy, guys. You know what I mean? Still got to get at it on the grind, man. So today, we got an interesting topic, and I figured I'd do something a little bit different. I'd like to switch it up a little bit. So, who is the most hated on YouTuber in the prison genre? And for the most part, I have to exclude myself. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know I'm up there on that list, of course. You know, but let's look at it, man, from different perspectives. Now, it doesn't matter what these channels are doing now. I want to go based solely on those channels who were strictly prison channels in the beginning. Whether they've evolved into a different channel or not, that's neither here nor there. So let's go to it, man. First of all, Wes Watson, I think, has to be probably one of the top on the list. And the reason being, right, is he has such a big following that a lot of people are naturally going to hate. And I think what makes it even more interesting is some of his stories are tall tales. I'm pretty sure a lot of his stories are actually true. But if you expected him to be some type of shot caller or something like that, he's not. Was he a Pintero? Was he in prison? Yes, he was. Okay. Were some of the stories kind of, you know, questionable? The one on the shoe, like I said before, that one right there was one that really fucking rang bells, that made me look into him a little bit more and question some of the stories. Now, is he a punk? Is he a lame? Is any of that? No. I've actually heard from people that he wasn't no punk or no lame. But he wasn't at that level of which he portrays himself to be. He wasn't part of no rank and file. He wasn't part of no sub-faction or organization. He was a rather white dude doing his time and representing his people. So with that, when people know a little bit about you, they're always going to use whatever they can, especially if you're succeeding, especially if you're winning. You know what I'm saying? So naturally, he's going to get that hate. And is it some of it warranted? Yeah, some of it's warranted. You know? But at the same time, he's going to do what he got to do on a daily basis, man. His channel's still successful. So whether he's accurate or whatnot, I do think he has a positive message in his spills, man. And I think that in light of all that, I think if you're looking for certain things, as far as motivation, inspiration, and a different way of living, there's a lot of tools you can get from this dude, right? So he's one of the ones on top of the list, as well as 1090 Jake. I think 1090 Jake, people at first maybe looked at him by perception, you know, a blood from fucking down on the East Coast, down south, whatever it may be, and just, you know, his different type of get down. Because he doesn't look like a traditional, you know, Crips and Bloods that we have up north. You know what I'm saying? Especially being white. Like, you can see the whites and Crips that are Crips and Bloods from up north. I mean, from California, excuse me. And they all have the same kind of stilo either way. You know, they really Crippin', they really blood, they really B-boys. You know what I mean? And so him, you kind of question the authenticity of it. And so I think that would naturally give him a little bit of hate, because he channel straight blew up. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably one of the most successful channels at what he does. He no longer really focuses on the prison genre. He's found his niche and it works for him. But like so many others, right? I think that a lot of people had a misperception of him just by appearance at times, man. You can't always judge a book by its cover. You know what I'm saying? He looks just like a rather chunky kid that's claiming blood or whatnot. But, you know, even when he got in the situation, what's his name? You know what I'm saying? You can realize that he's a lot more than just how some people may perceive him as, you know what I mean? You know, just that incident alone said a lot about his character, that he showed up. Now, as far as on the West Coast, you have a little bit of everything over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We already know Gunner gets a lot of the hate. You know, either people love him or hate him. You know what I'm saying? But it depends. He has a lot of backers and following, so it doesn't really matter. As many people hate on him, he has as many people love him. You know what I'm saying? There's no really in between. You know what I'm saying? There's no where people, I'm in between on this. Nah, either people rock with him 100%, right or wrong, they're going to rock with him, or they're going to fucking find any fault in what he does. And he's been like that since he got on YouTube, and a lot of it has to do with his persona. He's funny. He likes to talk smack. He can pretty much respond to any type of thing, like with fucking, if you're going to get into a clowning session, you better come with your A game. because he's going to go there on all levels. And you're not going to win. You know what I'm saying? He got those verbal skills, man. You know, as far as when it comes to clowning. You know what I'm saying? And so he's probably one of, I'm not going to say the more hated out of our genre as far as the ones that are from either North or South. That's my personal opinion. But see, like American Cholo, I'm not going to throw him in there. He gets a lot of love and hate too. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason why is he's never been to prison, and his channel's not about prison. It never started on prison. You know what I'm saying? So what other channels get a little bit of hate, man, that you can sit there and check out? Like, I think Jay Williams doesn't really get no hate. I think he gets a little bit, but I think his overall message and how he deals with it, he's always winning. You know, see, that's the thing about all these key channels, that they don't have to respond to drama to get views. Whether it's Jay Williams, 1090 Jake, Wes Watson. When have you ever seen any of these big platforms even respond? So they got ahead of the curve a long time ago, and they already know what time it is. Why even give anything energy? You know, and that's how a lot of channels are. You know, APA gets a little bit of hate too, but that's based upon his issues that he had with Gunner. You know, myself, I'm not trying to throw myself in there, but I get a little bit of hate, man. You know what I'm saying? That backlash towards my direction on things at times that I don't even have to do nothing, people won't hate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's because I rock solo. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking sit there and campaign. I don't politic. I don't try to fucking build alliances, and I don't try to gossip behind the scenes. Anything I say, I tell anybody. You can go tell that person I said it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas there's a lot of backdoor politics that occur within this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that they'll go to the forefront and address you. Not everybody does that. Instead of addressing you, they'll try to get at this person, that person, that person behind the scenes, right? Or they'll deny the reality of it. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Is it the cutthroat game? Hell yeah, it's cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? That's why for like me, I think a lot of times with me, it's because I'm not going to ride anybody's coattails. I don't need anybody to ride me to the finish line. If I'm going to go at anything, I'm going to go at it alone. And I'm not even going to really try to campaign to build anybody to come my way and what I'm trying to push. I let people determine for themselves, you know what I'm saying, if they want to look at it from factual perspectives or if they want to look at it from who they favoritize the character. It doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to be pushing, you know what I'm saying? But other channels, man, that get a lot of hate too, man, would be, Boxer does pretty good, man. And a lot of that, I think people are just scared of him. Just to be straight up honest, man. Ain't no one want to open those doors because Boxer is relentless, bro. You know what I'm saying? And his persona and how he deals with it, ain't no one want to see that. You know what I'm saying? He's very cold, not cold, calm, and direct. So no one's trying to get into any type of fucking disputes or anything, or, you know, and nobody wants to get called up and fucking fight Boxer because nobody wants to fight him then. And that's the truth of it. Much love to Boxer though. But I'm just keeping it 100 and how a lot of people are towards him. You know what I mean? You know, and that's just me being honest. So he doesn't get as much hate. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. The other channels that maybe get a little bit more hate would be, so I don't know all the, see, there's some channels that will go after things just for fucking views and they'll stir the pot a little bit. And, you know, the big channels, though, I know they don't go off it. All the big channels get hate, man. But the ones that hate the most are usually the ones, right, who have an incentive or a purpose to, you know what I'm saying, go against you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have these, it's almost like you're playing prison politics on YouTube at times, man. People are building alliances and relationships, who you fuck with, who you don't. You know what I'm saying? Last time I checked, man, you know what I'm saying, I rock a solo platform. I'm willing to talk to anybody, do collabs with anybody, and respect anybody. But I don't need anybody to do my bidding. And see, that's what ends up happening is you'll get hate when you speak out for yourself. You'll get hate if you stand up for anything that's right. And there's those that get offended by it. You know, you can't always have an opinion that you want to have without someone feeling a certain way. And everybody on YouTube has an opinion on certain things, but you should never scare away from addressing something that you think is wrong, right, or right, based upon the fact that you're worried about the repercussions, you're worried about reprisals, you're worried about channels ganging up on you and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise you're allowing them to control and dictate your program on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Now I pick and choose the things I want to address. I don't try to be frivolous. And currently I don't think I have any issues. with anybody. They may have issues with me, but I'm not tripping off nobody. You know what I'm saying? My name gets thrown around all the fucking time. You know, I've been told many times that nobody likes me. You know what I'm saying? It's to the extent that even those that I have relationships with, you know, personally, you know what I'm saying, that are not on YouTube, have tried to use the stuff that they hear on YouTube against me. Oh, no one likes you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't care if anybody likes me or not. I'm not here for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for all you guys, man, to do the best I can to bring forth fire content, you know? And I think a lot of times when it comes to hate, it's how you deal with it, man. I think we all learn, you know, through our own experiences, the best way to deal with things. And you find that balance. You know, I think right now I'm at my balance. I know I got people that hate on me. I know there's nobody that's gonna come forth and say, if someone does me fucking wrong and disrespects me or any of my family, ain't no one gonna come and fucking back me up. But you know, they'll back someone else up. You get what I'm saying? I know that, and I'm not tripping off that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to do things in a different direction. I let my actions show for what they are. Now you got other channels that, you know, at times will give emotional responses, and I've been guilty of doing that at times because when you live by certain guidelines within yourself at times and you try to do the right thing, you can have an emotional attachment on that. Therefore, you respond. Therefore, when people see it, they use that as a fucking leverage to attack you. You know what I'm saying? You know, APA went through that for a while. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best just to sit back and let your actions show for everything as opposed to always trying to contest everything. Because in this game of YouTube, it's like this. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. It's not about anything more than who the people like and who they don't like. That's what it comes down to. And you're going to have those that want to rock with those who are fucking just by their persona, their character, and whatnot. You see it all the time, you know, and that's okay. That's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But this shit can get real quick, man. I was watching some of these other channels that are not necessarily prison based, like Little Fuse that are people in the rap game or in the hip hop culture. And, you know, there's some people who try to pry and look for issues with everybody, even if they're right, but they're opening up a can of worms every time. And people start to look at them, well, hey, this dude may be a hate case. You know, this dude's just causing problems to cause problems. What do we do with problems? We fucking fix them. You know? But, like I said, there's been a lot of shit that's happened in this prison-based, gang-based, you know, Hispanic gang fucking genre. You know, and, you know, I'm not including, you know, the channels that are more socially based, you know, raza, you know, community based, because I want to focus more along the prison genre, because that's what I came in doing this for, was those that potentially could be going to prison and whatnot, you know. And there's a platform for it, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, at times, it gets a little watered down, it gets a little sugar coated, and people don't know how to differentiate from facts and fiction. You know what I'm saying? But I'd have to say the ones I mentioned at the top would probably be fucking, you know, Wes Watson, 1090 Jake, Gunner, and myself. I think we're probably the top four that get hated on for different reasons, different purposes. You know what I mean? You know, people have different motives behind that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's based upon people's hate towards you. Could be based upon other channels, what their hate is. If you got about 5 or 8 channels that are ganging up on one channel, you got to see what happens every time, right? You got 8 channels that fucking support one end. When they didn't even their funk or issue, next thing you know, that one channel that stands forth, right? They lose every time. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to pick your battles. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're not established enough, you can't sit there and just go against the grain. There's dudes that are actually on this YouTube shit that will fucking know right from wrong, but they'll side one direction because they think it's going to serve their best interests on YouTube. Real talk, man. That's real talk. You know, and this is the way it is in life in general. You know, people are always going to hate. What's man's biggest struggle? Wanting what the next man has. Therefore, if they see you succeeding, or if you're even a potential threat, you got more game about schooling about certain things. They're going to do anything to try to knock that down and diffuse you from being any type of potential threat to them, when it's not really supposed to be like that. Those are all selfish behaviors. That's individualism. You know, you're supposed to want everybody to succeed, So I think that's the worst form of those that get hated on are those based upon other channels trying to influence it, trying to add to it. I don't care what anyone does. It doesn't bother me or affect me. Either you rock with me or not. What I mean by rock, I'm not looking for your support. I ain't looking for you to defend me. No, just you like the content, you tap in. That's all that I need. You know. Um, I'm trying to think of any of the black-based prison channels that get any hate. Not really too much, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not. They're not as what do you call they're not as in the mix as far as within the Latino fucking or Raza fucking prison genre channel. So they kind of do their own thing. And I'm pretty sure that they suffer their own type of hate as well. You know, but the ones that stick out now, 23 and 1. I don't know too much about him. I don't know how much hate he gets. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's some channels that have told me before they would love to interview some of us, but based upon that we are part of a particular group or were part of a particular group, they don't want that smoke. They don't want that heat. They know, you know what I'm saying? Therefore, they rather pass, which makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So what do you guys think? Who do you guys think the most hated is in this prison genre? Probably Wes Watson, I'm thinking, and 1090 Jake, because they have such bigger platforms. And I think Wes Watson's is kind of almost understandable to a certain extent. Doesn't mean he doesn't have good content, but some of his stories, you know what I'm saying? 1090 Jake, I think a lot of that was just a little initial, they were hating on his success. Let's just keep it real, you know? Anyways, what do you guys think, man? Hit the comments. Let me know who you think is probably the most hated on in this prison genre as a YouTuber. Interesting question, huh? You know what I'm saying? And why do you think they hate? You know what I'm saying? That's a good reason. That's a good little comment you guys can put in this thing. Well, that said, it's your boy Flacco, man. I'm trying to feel better. I want to do something a little different. I'm out.